Okay, so this is a story I've been working on. I'm just going to read a bit for you. Let us know what you're thinking. Uh, right, okay, I'll start. Smells of barbecue filled the air. The sun was beating down on the man tied to the chair. He screamed like a baby. Screaming never made any difference. If you're in pain, screaming like this was nothing more than annoying. If he doesn't stop soon, I'm cutting out his tongue. And that will be my main meal. The, the slice of leg that was cooking on the barbecue now is nearly done. I caught this wet lettuce watching me for days. He has been somewhere near where I have been. I gave him a chance to leave me alone, but he has been everywhere. I didn't let on that I knew he was following me, though I had got to grips with his car, a bland looking red Mondeo. So what I did was walk into a pub I know with two entrances on opposite sides of the building. I went in one, had a drink, and left out the other. Nice as you like, I walked round the corner and up behind him. Sure enough, he was sat there, waiting and watching, the wrong way. When I got into the back seat of his car and clonked him over the back of the noggin with a short piece of lead pipe I'd carry for just such occasions, out went his lights like a switch had been flicked. I tied him up and tossed him in the boot. When I got him back here, I still had to work fast. He was starting to come round and I wasn't happy with him. Once he was secured naked, I took this time to take a nap. He had been out here all night, so my nap was a little longer than anticipated. What I was now was hungry. My meal was still there, looking confused and scared. Just now, just how I liked my food. Adrenaline pumped through the veins, making the meat juicier. I'd get dressed and go down to see my guest. As I walk out of my house, I pick up my favourite carving knife. I don't even speak to him before I start cutting my first steak from his thigh. This is a delicate procedure. For an untrained man, there is an artery running through this part of the leg, and if I nick it, then he will bleed out in a matter of minutes, and then my fun is spoiled, and my meals are going to have to go into the freezer sooner. I take great care to leave as much of the skin on the body as possible, just in case I need to patch up in a hurry. I have a bundle of very sharp knives on the side of my barbecue, and I select them in order as I start to go to work on him. He starts to scream and beg at me, but with practice I've learned to block out this noise. For the most part, especially to start with my first incision, blood pooled around the blade. The blood was the colour so bright and vivid, a shade that can't be replicated by anything else. It sets my heart racing. Nothing has come close to making me feel like this. My first kill gave me the highest thrill, but it was sloppy and my worst work. I skewer the slice of meat on a two-pronged fork. It has beautiful charcoal lines on it and a smoky smell. Juice drips from it, sending little hisses to my ear, making my mouth water. This man is still screaming like it's going to do anything. He is putting a downer on this moment. With my hand open, I strike him across the face. Shut up, or I will eat your tongue next. How will you scream with a mouthful of blood? When I speak, I get down low and look him in the eye. My voice is low and slow. I think this should send the fear of God into him. What a joke of a concept. If there was such a thing, I should have been struck down by lightning. The man stops screaming, but whimpers slightly. Now I don't know if he is dead. He, no, I don't know if he knows he is dead yet, but he will get the idea soon. He's going to be alive for a few days as I slowly eat him. To be fair, I think this one has to be one of the worst. To be fair, I think this has to be one of the worst ways to die. Eaten alive while a man chewing on you chats to you. With all the noise going on, I have forgotten how long the tourniquet has been on his leg. I need to release it every few minutes, or he will get blood poisoning, and that's him ruined. I take a bite from the slice of leg. It is good, oh so good, juicy and cooked just how I like it. Not bloody. Oh, how I like it. No blood dripping, but not dry. I give the man the fork to hold. Hold that for a second. Drop it on your penises next. He held the fork as I released the strap. If I was him, I would have at least tried to put the fork in my eye, but this guy just sat there. Then he did something I did not expect. He asked me a question. Okay, I know I'm a dead man. Will you let me have a try of myself? If I'm going to die, I might as well have one last experience that no one else will have. My first instinct was to snatch the food back. He flinched as I acted like an animal. Then I looked at him and thought that this could be a nice act to actually have a meal with someone. He could sit, have a glass of wine, some music on. We could, as we are, and spoke. Have a taste then, and let me know what you think. Have a taste and let me know if you want more. I held the fork full of meat to his mouth. Just as there was a hesitation, but then he bit a chunk and pulled it off the fork. Juice dribbled down his chin. With a napkin, I dabbed it away eagerly. I asked, with a smile I could not contain, "What do you think?" "Delicious." That was the only word before licking his lips. Now this was taking me by surprise. Maybe I have broken him already. No, this guy wouldn't scream like he did and show his fear so readily. If he was just going to quit, he's messing with me. He's just trying to make me change my mind or get me to be vulnerable so he can attack. How can I handle this guy? Now, other than with caution, I pull a chair up alongside him from the barn. It is amazing being out in the countryside. No nosy neighbours, nowhere to be seen or heard in a good line of sight, all directions. I start my plan of attack now. While you finish that fine piece of meat off, then I will get another piece. Who the fuck takes a bite of their own leg and enjoys it? This guy's sick. Some might say that I'm the sick one, but that doesn't compute with me. At no point would I eat myself. Then again, I have never been in a situation this guy is. Would it really be a better scenario if I was some kind of wild animal just tearing chunks off him? Most probably. I'm supposed to be a civilized human being. I realise that the belt around his leg stemming the blood flow for a few seconds, then pull it tight again. The guy looks to be in a lot of pain. Sweat is beading on his forehead, and there was a visible shaking to his hand. Maybe it would be a good thing if I gave him some sort of painkiller now. Normally that would not be a consideration, but this guy is talking to me and taking part. No one had taken part before. Probably because they are normally normal and find this repulsive. Fuck, this guy is messing with me. When I found the belt tight again, my confusion and anger made me pull it tight sharply. Nervously, I asked him about the painkiller. I don't normally do this, but do you want something for the pain? Thank you, but no, the pain is something I have been searching for. Finally, I've found something beautiful in life. The bad thing is, it's my death. It doesn't necessarily have to lead to your death. I mean, I can keep you alive. What the fuck is wrong with me? Why am I saying this shit? This guy was going to die as slowly and painfully as I could make it happen. Now I'm treating him like he is a friend or something like that. He is nothing to me. I must stay that way. He is obviously sick in the head, and I'm doing the world a favour taking him out of it. I should get a medal out of this, not just a free meal. I'm going to leave it there for now.